How's it going, everybody? My name is James. Some of y'all out there know me as Properish. Welcome to Sinking CVN, my point and click escape room game. Let's talk about the progress, right? So, as you know, if you've been partaking in this class with me as well, I am extremely behind. I had some issues come up in my private life that made doing this very, I guess, difficult is the word to say it. Time constraints came up. I fell behind. Things I didn't understand, or at least at one point I did understand, started to fade from my mind. That's what I did with this process. I decided, since I knew that I was falling behind, I would try to take all of the notes that I had, and only the notes I had. I didn't watch any of the lecture videos. I just read the instructions and my notes. So what you're about to see is straight my skill. Okay? Just know this was tedious for me. It was extremely hard. I changed some things from the instructions because I just didn't really like the result that came out of those ways, and I prefer what you're going to see more. Obviously, the reason for that isn't simply because the fact that this is a one-off thing. I plan to build on this. I want to make this a genuine indie game at some point. It's my first, so why not, right? Let's get into it. All right. So I know y'all will have some questions after watching that, and that's fine. I want your questions because your questions are going to give me more ideas and they're going to help me better refine this game. I understand that it's probably a 30-second thing to get that none away. I understand that. I need to figure out how to do it though, which is my goal. I understand that the inventory's combined system works, but it doesn't work on the foreground. Again, gotta fix that. If y'all have opinions or ways to help, let me know. I'm down to hear. If I can implement it correctly, I'd love to see how it helps my game. Let's talk about the character movement during opening. So, I mentioned this briefly in the video you guys just watched. For me, okay, I do not like when I load into a game and I am forced to not be able to move. I do not know about the rest of you. I just know that this is my game and I have a preference that relates to this specific topic. So I changed some of the instructions and messed with this topic more towards a related system that I prefer. So you can walk around and you can interact with the world and you can see things change in live time as you actively will get the dialogue throughout the game if you click on the correct things. Mind you, if you're like me and you're just looking around the room because it's kind of a small room at the moment, you're going to click on a lot of things. So I prefer having the character movement during the opening. I did not like being frozen. It felt like a picture frame that was just kind of allowing me to scope out the room when I really kind of didn't want to. Now, the way I embedded the HUD for the dialogue is different, okay? I will admit that. The HUD system that they talked about was going in and doing an interface system and then turning around and taking that interface system and implementing it into the character control system, okay? I didn't do that. Actually, I did do that. I didn't like the results, so I swapped it up. Instead, what I did is I embedded the interact system as well as this new HUD system that you saw with the dialogue and the text and all of that. I took that dialogue HUD blueprint that they gave us, I broke it down to bare bones, and I rebuilt it up inside the HUD itself, and then made functions outside of the HUD to make sure that we could call everything that the HUD was showing us. Did it take me 3 hours extra to do it this way over the instructions? Yes. Yes, it did. Do I prefer it this way still? At the moment, yes. Yes, I do. But I know that things will change in the future. But at the moment, this is how I liked it. And as I refine it, I'll decide if I want to change that or not. Memories. Okay. You may have noticed all of these are carrier photos for the last couple videos I've been posting. This game has made me miss the military so much. And at the same time as it making me do that, it's revived things that I had to experience and things I want to implement into the game in the future that will make this feel like a more realistic emergency situation that I myself and a lot of my other fellow brothers and sisters in arms have actually experienced. One of the biggest things I want out of this game when I'm actually finished with it and I release it is for it to actually give that sense of, hey, I need to hurry up because there are others around me that need my assistance. Yes, I am trapped as well. It's my goal and my training to get out of my trapped situation so that I can help others who can't. And that's exactly what I've been trying to lead with in every aspect of thinking when I've been designing this game. Talk about my postmortems. As you guys know, I've already called out some things that I really want to get refined. I really like the movement system, controls, and interactions. I have modified some stuff. The way that the game responds to everything at the moment is exactly where I want it to be, minus the combination system. The combination system is something I need to figure out. I have all of the code running in the background. For some reason, I messed up or didn't connect a proper widget or something in the foreground, so it doesn't actually combine the two items yet. Which, that's on me. I will get that finished. And I will make sure that that is something that when I actually am ready to launch, it is there. I haven't decided yet if I want it to be a click interactionable thing, like, hey, you have the crowbar and the what is it called? Oh my god. Cheater pipe. Thank you. You have the crowbar and the cheater pipe sitting in your inventory. Do you click on both of those and you get an interaction text that tells you that they can be combined to something, and then you figure that out yourself? Or do I want to be more lighthearted and just, once you get both of those items, automatically combine it into your inventory so that you can get out of the room? Again, haven't thought about it yet, but that is something that I plan to get refined and plugged in, because at the moment it works in the background. And when you pick up both of the items, it combines into one in the background. It just doesn't update you on that. And the door to leave actually recognizes that it is correctly combined. So that's a plus. It's working. It's just not working on our end. We've got to fix that. Now, as far as I'm aware, that is everything that I am currently struggling with. Once I start adding more layers, more rooms, more ways to escape, more interactions with other sailors, that type of thing, I know the game's going to get a lot more complex and it's going to take me a lot longer to build. That is not an issue for me. I'm actually looking forward to it. This was difficult, especially for me when I was extremely behind and I had to do most of this by just looking at notes and instructions. Now, was that by choice? Yes. Would I do it again? Yes. Did it come out all right from what I remember and what I am capable of doing currently? In my opinion, yes. If you disagree, watch the videos, see what you think about the game. If you want a copy, message me, let me know. I'll send it your way, and you can tell me what you want to change on it. But as for now, this is where we stand. I'll catch you guys later. My name was James. Some of y'all call me Properish. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. Take it easy, y'all.